Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. In today's video I decided to do an updated evening routine of me and George, my 18-month-old. I literally cannot believe he's 18 months old. Our evening routine on a working day for me, so when he gets back from nursery, and during the week I am here on my own because my partner works away, so it is just like me juggling him and work and like doing everything in the house and stuff. Normally this is like all halved, so it's a lot easier, and then obviously when I'm here on my own in the week it's a lot harder. So yeah, I wanted to do an updated version of this for you because it has changed a lot since my last one. I will link all of my previous evening and morning and daily routines and stuff down below as well. I have a playlist and stuff on my channel. With all that being said, I just wanted to let you guys know that today is a really special video for me because I have decided to donate all of the ad revenue, so all of the money that I make from posting this video. I'm going to donate all of that money towards helping Ukrainian refugees because of the ongoing situation out there. It's obviously really heartbreaking, and I just wanted to let you guys know, so if you wanted to share this video to get it more views, and therefore I get more money and therefore I can donate more money. I've decided that I would like to donate to UNICEF. There are loads and loads of other charities out there, but I am a little bit restricted as to what I'm allowed to say on social media because of my job and because of my partner's job. But I am allowed to donate my own money, so I just wanted to let you guys know that that is what I'm doing, and obviously I'm not allowed to comment on anything political necessarily. I just wanted to let you guys know that that's what's going on in this video. But for now, let's get into my evening routine with my 18-month-old as a solo mum. Only part-time solo mum. Bye! So today I was working from home. I currently work 2 days from home and 2 days in the office, and around 4:30 I try and log off from work so that I have enough time to sort a few things out before I go and get George from nursery at 5 o'clock. Today I think I finished around 20 to 5 just because I had a few things left to do at work, but once I've just tidied my desk area away, I'm going into the office tomorrow, so I was just packing my bag and everything, so that's all ready for me to grab. On the days that I work from home, you can see that my hair is just in a mum bun and I have absolutely no makeup on or anything like that. That is pretty standard for me, but when I go into the office I do put a bit more of an effort in. But yeah, this is what I look like most of the time when I'm at home. When it gets to 20 to 5, I decide to go downstairs and start making a little start on George's dinner and my dinner, just so that I can get ahead of myself a little bit for before George gets home, because trying to cook loads, as you'll see later, is quite difficult when I'm on my own with George, keeping him entertained. But luckily I like to keep the freezer, this drawer specifically, stocked to the brim of George friendly snacks and things and like meal ideas and that. I actually have a chili con carne. I've just put GCC on it, which means George chili con carne. It's a George sized portion of chili con carne that I froze previously, so I'm going to pop that on defrost setting in the microwave. So that's going to be George's dinner. He's going to have this with some pita bread and some yogurt as well. But yeah, it's nice and easy. So glad that I had this in the freezer. But whilst that's defrosting, I'm actually going to make a start on my dinner as well. I had a load of veg in the fridge and also some in the freezer, like these butternut squash for example, courgettes and peppers, and I wasn't quite sure at this point what I was going to make, but I knew that I was just going to roast up all of these vegetables with a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, and also a couple of herbs and stuff, and I'm just gonna pop this into the oven so that by the time I get back with George from nursery, all of this is going to be nice and roasted and I can do something with it. At this point, like I said, I hadn't really decided what it was that I was doing. I do really like having some lunches and stuff ready for going into the office and things like that, and I like having roasted veg sort of salads with hummus and pita breads and stuff like that, so I did enough veg that I could save some for that. But I added some basil onto my courgettes because I know that those flavours work really well together, and I also added some cumin onto the butternut squash, salt and pepper and oil, and then I also added a little bit of garlic. I say a little bit, actually quite a lot. I've got this lazy garlic because I was in a rush. Like I said, I had to go and get George from nursery, so I added a load of the lazy garlic on top of my vegetables, and then I popped this straight into the oven, and I put this on a timer for 20 minutes, and I think in the end it probably had about 25 minutes. But as soon as that was in and ready to go, I had to duck out and go and collect George from nursery, so I'm just going to put my coat on, sort my shoes out and everything, everything. I think Molly thinks she's going for a walk, so I feel really guilty. I did take her out for a walk at lunchtime, bless her, but I just do not have time after work before getting George to take her out for another walk, and I do feel so bad for her sometimes when I'm on my own. But I will see you in a second when we're back with George. And we are back. George is back from nursery. He was a little bit upset when I tried to put him down. We just had to like run from the car because it was raining, and he doesn't really like it when he comes back from nursery and I put him down straight away, but obviously I have to get my shoes off and things. He even decided to have a little lie down because he didn't want to take his coat off either. I think the thing is, when he gets back from nursery, is he is so tired because he's been there for such a long day. He goes between 8 in the morning to 5 p.m. and it's just such a long day. He doesn't sleep really well there either, and I do just think he gets a little bit upset, and it's a bit much for him on a day. But we do have a lovely evening ahead, and we've got some dinner on the way, so I'm really hoping that he's going to enjoy that. And I recently got him a new table and chairs from IKEA instead of his high chair, which he is preferring so much to the high chair, so I'm really hoping that dinner's going to go well and he has a nice time eating his dinner. He's a bit more comfortable than in the high chair that he just wants to escape all of the time. But after we've had a little cuddle and he's calmed down a little bit, I'm just going to go into the living room with him again just to get him set up with a few toys and just get him like in the mood. Oh, he was obsessed with these bubbles. The amount of times that he would come over to me and he goes, "Papa, Papa," because that's what he calls bubbles. He's becoming very independent and wants to blow the bubbles himself, but he hasn't quite got the hang of it and kind of just chucks the bubble juice everywhere. But when I kind of have enough of blowing bubbles and like decide to put the lid on, for example, just so that I can maybe go and cook dinner or whatever, he does just get quite upset. Like for example, in a second I just tried to put the lid on the bubbles and he threw them at me and I had to tell him off, and he got quite upset. Like immediately as soon as I say no, he like covers his eyes and gives me a cuddle, and I feel really bad. It's fine, don't worry. Okay, it's okay. You just can't throw things at mummy. It's alright though, I know you're sorry. I know you're sorry. Do you want us to go and check if your dinner's ready? Yeah? After a little kiss and cuddle, he's all calmed down now. He even shut me back in the living room with the baby gate, but his dinner's been ready for a little while now. I'm just gonna set everything up. He's got his new IKEA table and chairs there, which I will link down below if you guys are interested because I love it so much. I'm just gonna get his stuff out of the cupboard, so a bowl and also a cup and some cutlery. I think just a spoon for his dinner tonight. And these acrylic boxes, by the way, I made the labels for them, but they are from Studio, so I will link a couple of options of those down below from Amazon. This is his chili con carne, and like I said, he's having this portion. It's actually quite a large portion, so I'll be surprised if he does finish it. But he's got this, and then I'm going to cut up some pita bread for him just into little fingers, so it's nice and easy for him to like dip in the chili con carne. And then I've also got some yogurt that's going to go on top, and that's going to be George's dinner. So far we're getting on really well with the table and chairs that we're using instead of the high chair. You can actually see the high chair, it's just shoved underneath the stairs at the moment on the left. But he's liking his table and chairs quite a lot. I think it just is similar to what he uses at nursery, and he just knows what to do with it. More so, like I've never seen him sit at a little table and chairs like that because I've never seen him at nursery. But like I say, he's getting on really well with it, and I can't believe how long he actually sits at the table for, to be honest. Like I say, he does get up occasionally, but if he's into the food, he will eat it. I made the mistake of opening the fridge door, and he knows that his pancakes for breakfast are in there, so he got up and stomped his feet when I wouldn't let him go into the fridge. But he eventually just went back to his table and chairs and started eating his dinner when he realised that he couldn't have the pancakes. And while George is occupied with his dinner, finally I'm just going to get out my roasted vegetables and put over a bit of this balsamic vinegar. This is like a posh one from M&S that's left over from a Christmas present we got, so I thought I might as well use it. And I honestly can't think of anything better than roasted veg like this. Like Mediterranean veg is my favourite thing. And I'm also washing up as I go because I can't face a big pile of washing up. There's still a big pile of washing up, but at least it's slightly smaller if I wash as I go. I actually ended up deciding on going for this feta and roasted veg linguine or pasta kind of thing. I made too much veg, so I put all the extra veg in a little pot, and I'm going to use that for leftover lunch for another day. But I'm going to make 2 portions of this Mediterranean sort of feta pasta. I'm just going to pop this off aside and then pop some cherry tomatoes and feta in the oven to bake. This only needs about 15 minutes, which is perfect because by that time George will be finished his dinner, and then we can just go into the living room and I can eat this there. And then just pop some pasta onto boil using some kettle water, and I just measure out my spaghetti using the scales and a glass so that the pasta doesn't go everywhere. I don't know if that's a mum hack or not, but I absolutely just couldn't do this without that. Once I pop the pasta in, that's only going to take like 10 minutes. But about 5 minutes after I put the pasta on, George was 100% done with his dinner. He was getting quite upset. I know, he was getting very impatient, and all he wanted was either dessert or to sit down and watch some telly and chill out because he was so tired. But I decided to give him some dessert, which is just a yogurt, one of these suckies. They're actually on offer at Tesco at the moment, which is why I grabbed them, and that'll keep him entertained for a good 5-10 minutes whilst I just sweep up the floor from the debris that he left behind from his dinner, and then also plate up my dinner, and then get us into the living room so we can sit down and watch some long-awaited Paw Patrol. I got the mop out so that I can mop after George goes to bed, and he just found it and started mopping around with it, so I just let him crack on with that whilst I was plating my dinner up and sorting out milk for him and everything. But yeah, that's just what he was cracking on with. Once the tomatoes and the feta were done, I just grabbed that out of the oven, and I also just then drained all of the pasta ready for that all to be mixed up. I then have this rosemary and lemon olive oil. I think probably you can use normal olive oil and then lemon juice, but I had this again from like M&S special collection from Christmas. So I just mix literally all the roasted veg, the spaghetti, and then the olive oil, the infused olive oil with the lemon juice in all together, and that was my pasta. So simple. I just added half of the feta on top, and then I've also got an extra portion in the saucepan for another day. But this is just absolute heaven, guys. So easy, so simple. I mean, there's a little bit of mess to tidy and a little bit of an unhappy toddler, but we're going to go in and we're going to watch some Paw Patrol, so all is good in the world. I've just heated up some of George's milk into his non-spillable 360 Munchkin cup. I'll link these cups down below because they are a lifesaver with spillages and stuff. We're just going to go straight into the living room. He follows me in and he knows exactly what's coming. We're going to pop Paw Patrol on and we are going to chill out on the sofa, have some cuddles, some mummy and George time, and yeah, like I said, I can have my dinner in peace whilst he is entertained with that. And like I said, he's just so tired by this point that having some milk and a bit of Paw Patrol before bed really isn't the end of the world. My pasta, by the way, was absolutely delicious, but yeah, like I said, we're just in here for maybe, I'd say 15-20 minutes, an episode of Paw Patrol's length. Once I finish my dinner, I'm just going to pop into the kitchen and just dish up the leftovers into some Tupperware so that I can get all of this stuff ready to be washed up. But this is the perfect lunch for me when I'm in the office and stuff, so I just have that in some Tupperware ready to go. I also have to feed Molly, so I just pop this in her bowl and then pop it out in the hall for her, as well as using this amazing mum hack when it comes to washing detergent. So I just pop this onto like greasy and like stuck on burnt stains on baking trays and just pop some boiling water on top like this, and honestly it literally just comes off, everything comes off. You'll see in a minute when I get back from bath time that this, as soon as I rinse this, nothing will be stuck on. It doesn't get rid of the non-stick either, so that's perfect. I'll sort all of this when I get back down from bath time. But talking of bath time, I'm just going to go and run the bath for George. I use the Baby Sleep Gentle Wash on George at the moment from This Works. I also like to lay out all of his toys and stuff, so bath time is a nice exciting time for him. And I just get out his toothbrush and toothpaste from this old Mam bottle. I actually use the bottle to pour water over his head to wash his hair, so that's why that's there. But other than that, I'm going to also just prepare his humidifier in his room. This is the Glow Dreaming humidifier. I find with a humidifier it really helps with George's sleep when he's got a cold and things, because it obviously makes the room a little bit easier to breathe if he's lying down, if you've got a blocked nose, that kind of thing. I just fill it up with some cold water and I put a couple of essential oil drops in it as well. This is from Glow Dreaming and I'll link it down below. I just really like this one because it also has a night light, a white noise machine, and you can have it on a timer, which is just perfect. But after I've done all of that, I bring George upstairs and we're starting our potty training journey, which is very, very early days. This was like the second day I did it. The potty attachment for the toilet is actually just from IKEA, and yeah, we have no drawer just yet, but he's 18 months and I thought I might get a head start on the potty training thing. It might be too early, but who knows, no harm in trying. And yeah, and then when the bath is ready, it's time for George to jump in. Yay! On weekdays, bath time is basically the most amount of time and the most fun that me and George get to have together. So I like to kind of long bath time out. Obviously get him nice and clean and everything, like brush his teeth and wash his hair, but also have a bit of fun with him and like engage with him. There's no telly, there's no toys. Well, okay, there's a couple of bath toys, but I like to have this time with him and, you know, make him laugh and giggle because I don't get to see him throughout the day when he's at nursery. So yeah, I just like to have this time with him while he's just playing in the bath. I'm just laying out all of his bits for bedtime, including his PJs, a nappy and his sleeping bag. That sleeping bag, by the way, is the best thing that we've ever got. So I really, really highly recommend a sleeping bag instead of blankets or a duvet or anything. Sleeping bag with feet is just the best thing ever. So I will link that down below as well as anything else I've mentioned in this video. Getting George in it, he just wants to climb straight into that sleeping bag. Once he's had his bath, he is so ready for bed. So it's just nice and easy getting him in there and he's ready for sleep. He's, by this point, so tired that all he wants to do is have a lovely cuddle, suck his thumb and twiddle his hair, and it's absolutely my favourite part of the day because I get to have cuddles like he was a newborn again, which I really, really miss. But yeah, it's bedtime now and I'm going to pop him down in his cot. Once I've grabbed George's washing, I'm just going to grab all of our washing out of the washing basket as well and then pop a wash load on, including all of his dirty clothes that were left at the top of the stairs that we took off just before bath time. Before going downstairs, I'm also going to just rinse the bath from all of the soapy suds from George's bath and tidy up his toys and things. I find if I don't do this straight away, I absolutely forget and then I really regret it in the morning. But once I've done that, I'm going downstairs and going to pop the wash load on. I did actually forget to go through his nursery bag for his washing that would be in there, but it's what it is, it's fine. I then just go and do all the washing up that I didn't do before. And I also wanted to show you what that baking tray looks like after leaving it to soak with some detergent on it. How good is that? It literally has a couple of little marks that you just rub off. Other than that, look, I haven't touched this with the sponge at all. I'm just going to lightly go across it so none of the non-stick comes off, but literally just with some washing up powder. This has done the trick in, what, half an hour since I've been upstairs with George. And then after I've sorted that, I'm just going to do all the sink and everything, make that nice and tidy, wipe down the sides. And then I think is when I remembered that I didn't go through George's nursery bag and I missed all the stuff from the wash. I completely forgot to put George's nursery clothes, dirty and wet nursery clothes into the washing machine. And it's on now and I can't pause it, so absolute fail. That was the whole point in putting a wash on tonight. No big deal though, I can always do it tomorrow. I'm just going to get it out of these bags so that it doesn't go like mouldy or anything because a lot of them are quite wet. But I'm also, while I'm here, going to pack up George's nursery bag for tomorrow, so putting all the spares in, like a couple of extra leggings, some tops, and also his sleeping bag and stuff like that. And also a book because it's World Book Week this week. So yeah, and other than that, I've got a very, very, very full bin. I'm the worst at taking out the bin. I leave it to the last minute and then it like splits and it's just chaos. And if I'm totally honest, if I wasn't filming, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I have done it, so thank you guys. And then I'm just giving it a quick hoover and then I am done in the kitchen. Okay, it is 7:30. I think I've done pretty much everything that I need to do. I've got lunch for tomorrow, leftovers. I have hoovered, washes on, everything is like sorted. The kitchen is clean-ish. I'm just about to mop the floor properly. And yeah, George's bag's all packed. I think then I'm going to go and have a shower, wash my hair because I'm in the office tomorrow and I need to look presentable. That is definitely one of my biggest things, especially when I'm on my own during the week, is I need to get ready as much as I can the night before. But I am planning on doing a morning routine video, like a morning routine version of this. I do feel like it might be a little bit more rushed and there might be like less to it because the mornings are so short in our house. We have to get out the door by 8 and then I start work at 8:30, so yeah, the mornings are a lot shorter than the evenings, but let me know if you would like to see a morning routine. Anyway, I'm going to mop the floor now and then go have a shower, but for now, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free. Oh, my sweet baby.